Okay, so in this video I'm going to talk about Ackerman, and in a previous video I had mentioned bump steer and how bump steer is a steering geometry tuning option that you can use to modulate how the car behaves in the middle of a corner, especially in high-speed corners where there's a lot of chassis roll from side to side. And with bump steer, you may recall that is determined by the angle of your steering linkage relative to the ground. Okay, so that's basically the angle along the Z direction. All right. With Ackerman, what you're doing is you're changing the steering linkage angle along the XY plane. Okay, and it has a slightly different effect on the way the car behaves in a corner. So basically what Ackerman means is how much of a difference is there in the steering angle between the inside and outside wheels. So if I make a right-hand turn, okay, at full throw, if I have a high Ackerman setup, as I do with this chassis here, the inside wheel will turn at a sharper angle than the outside wheel. Now, the effect that has on cornering is mostly confined to any type of turning instance where there's little to no lateral weight transfer. So for example, on corner entry, when you're just entering a corner, there's not yet any side-to-side weight transfer, and so both the inside and outside tires contribute more or less equally in terms of their total cornering grip. And so if I increase the Ackerman to sort of boost the steering angle on the inside tire, I get a larger average steering angle between the two of these, and I can get more turn-in steering. Another instance where I would have little to no weight transfer side to side is if I have a low-speed corner. So, for example, if you're navigating a hairpin turn, that's a very low-speed hairpin, you may, by increasing the Ackerman, again, in a low-speed turn, there's not much weight transfer side to side, so I can have more total steering angle with a higher Ackerman, which really pulls in the inside wheel to have a more aggressive steering angle, okay? So if you want more low-speed steering and or more corner entry steering, try increasing your Ackerman setting, okay? If you want less turn-in steering and or less low-speed steering, then try decreasing the Ackerman. And you can do that by changing the position of the ball stud on the steering link along the steering rack. Now, different steering racks have a different way of adjusting it. On this Techno EB48SL, the ball studs are mounted vertically through holes in the steering rack here. So there are three holes, basically a low, a middle, and a high, so to speak. And you move that back and forth. On some other steering racks, the ball stud will mount parallel to the ground, and you put spacers inside the ball stud to either push the ball stud out or in. So for example, on the B5M, right, the ball stud mounts parallel to the ground, and I can vary how many of these little blue spacers I have to push that ball stud in or out, thereby changing my total Ackerman. Okay, so basically that's it for Ackerman. It's a very simple adjustment option, and it's very effective at changing how the car behaves in cornering when there's little left to right weight transfer. Okay, so I think that's it for Ackerman. There are probably other effects that it has, but I will confine it to this for now. So thanks for watching.